The first game we're going to play is two true facts and another fact that seems like it could be true, but it isn't true. But it definitely isn't a lie because we would not advertise lying on the official MDY page.
Okay, hold on. Write the last one down. Let me write the last one down again.
We're going to hashtag that. Are you ready? I'll tell you again. So it's two true facts.
Two true.
Two true facts. Yep. And another fact that seems like it could be true, but it isn't true. But it definitely isn't a lie because we would not advertise lying on the official MDY page.
Okay.
I'm sure you can get behind that.
I got you on that one.
All right. So lay it on us. Jerry and I are going to try to guess and maybe ask you some questions about your three facts here.
Okay. So let's start with the two truths.
Well, don't tell us if they're true.
Oh, don't tell you if they're true. That's right. Okay.
So mix it up because we got to guess.
I should have done these like Jimmy Fallon style and put them in the envelope.
That would have been funny.
I
don't know who Jimmy
I didn't
Fallon
do my
is,
due diligence. I'm pastoring a church. It's really hard to do a lot of extra.
Coming from a pastor's home, as you also did, I can only imagine how difficult it is actually sitting in that chair.
Oh man! All right, so how much time do we have?
As much as you're willing to give us.
All right, so you just want me just to tell you each of these stories?
Just give us 3 stories, and we'll figure out which one's not necessarily completely true, but isn't a lie.
Okay. All right, so let's go back to high school, okay? I am a senior in high school.
It's like 1986?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
70.
It was a few years ago, yeah. So my buddy, he is at Bible college, okay? And he is in Corral. And Corral has come up to Michigan. And they're going to hit like 4 spots in Michigan. And then they're going to do like one in Ohio, one in Illinois or something like that. Anyway, it's going to be like, all within like right here, basically.
This buddy's like a really good singer, right?
He is a good singer, yeah. So
people might know who he is, but like
if I said his name, but I'm not.
We're not gonna do that. Yeah,
exactly.
So,
but it's
my name. I appreciate it. Thanks for not sharing it with me, but
well, Jerry, I think you were like 6 at this time. So Corral Tour comes up to Michigan. Battle Creek is their first stop, and we have the concert and everything. It's like a Friday night concert or something like that. So they're doing Friday night. They're at our church. It's the Corral. They're all in their robes. They got the black and the blue robes. And I'm running around like getting stuff ready for just different things like this. Well, I missed the first part, like the first song, and I'm in like the basement trying to get up the back stairs and everything. And if you've ever been to the Potter's House in Battle Creek to their building on Capitol Avenue, when you go up the back stairs and you go in the back hallway, there's a back door right onto the platform, right into where the choir loft is. Well, I didn't realize the time. I didn't realize any of this stuff. I was helping Brother Moorhead downstairs with something. I run upstairs, run right onto the platform to try to get batteries to the microphones. They had already started, and I was caught right in the choir loft. So I just stayed in the choir for the rest of the night and sang with the rest of the choir. Or the rest of the concert or whatever. And I stood in the back, right up on the back row, and I was in a black suit, so I kind of blended in a little bit. So when the night was over, we finished, and everything's done and all that stuff. The batteries did get up to the microphones, but when it was all over, they had stayed there in Battle Creek. We had kind of split everybody up into houses. Well, on Saturday morning, the bus is at the church, everybody's getting back, and my friend is like, hey, why don't you just go with us, and we're going to go to the next stop tonight, and then tomorrow night. So we had Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And he said, Sunday night, why don't you have somebody from Battle Creek meet us, and you can just ride back to Battle Creek with them. And I'm like, yeah, cool. I thought he cleared all that with Brother Anderson. So I got on the bus. Well, the problem was there wasn't enough seats on the bus. So somebody had to sit in the bathroom. So they threw me in the bathroom. So I rode in the bathroom to their next stop. So I get to the next stop, and Brother Anderson sees me, and he knows who we are. He knows who I am. And he was, oh, Brother Hopper, so good to see you, you know. And I'm like, dude, who's Brother Hopper? Like, I'm a senior in high school, you know, whatever. So anyway, he lets me sing that night again in the choir. He's like, hey, I saw you sing last night. Cool, you come tonight. He didn't know I was on the bus. So he lets me sing in the choir. So I knew some people in that church, so I just went and stayed with them. And then on Sunday morning, we drove to the next church. And again, I got on the bus. I'm starting to realize now that he didn't know that I was on the bus with them. But I get on the bus, I get in the bathroom, I sit in the bathroom to the next church, sang that afternoon or that morning. Again, he sees me and he's like, man, you're just following us everywhere. Did it again Sunday night, drove home Sunday night. Anyway, did the whole thing. And so I sang with IBC for that weekend, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning, Sunday night. Snuck on the bus, rode in the bathroom the whole way there, every church, and then never even knew it. So that's one story.
Okay.
Second story. I tried to propose to my wife, and she said no on the first time. Okay. So we were dating about 3 months, and I was like, this is the girl. This is who I want to marry. And so we were at Youth Inferno, and I had to work on Friday night. I worked Tuesday night through Friday nights for Target Distribution in Kalamazoo. So when I ended my shift that Friday night, I drove to Detroit, and I stayed with some friends of mine in Mount Clemens. And the next morning, I surprised her at Inferno. So we did Inferno service and everything. Well, after service was over, we went to, what's that mall over there? Great Lakes Crossing. And they had a Rainforest Cafe there. So we go in there and everything. And I was like, this is it. We got some friends with us. I'm going to propose.
Nothing's more romantic than Rainforest Cafe.
Right? I mean, we're in the jungle, you know, the lights, the atmosphere, our
Perfect.
friends. And I wanted to be like one of these spontaneous type of, you know, fiance, boyfriends, whatever. So I got down on my knee right there at Rainforest and asked her to marry me, and she said no. She's basically later it was like, this is not, no. We haven't talked to pastors, you know, you haven't talked to your dad, you haven't talked to my pastor, we haven't cleared all this, and I'm okay. So in front of our handful of friends that was with us there.
So if this story is true, we can get some corroboration from friends potentially.
Most definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. So third story is on basically, and it's kind of a, I don't know if I should share this story or not, but it's there. I delivered all 3 of my kids. We were in the hospital, but I delivered all 3 of my kids because my wife's labor went so fast that doctors weren't able, like her doctor wasn't able to get there. Oaklawn Hospital, all 3 kids, Jackson, Juliana, and Jace, I delivered all 3 of them. And the third one was completely by myself. No nurse in the room. It was just me. So that's kind of 3 stories wrapped into one, that last one, but.
All right.
You've given us some difficulty.
Yeah, who was with you at the Rainforest Cafe? Can you name the names?
Can I name their? Urgh.
No, you don't have to do that. But
Yes, I can.
how many friends were there?
There was about, let's see. It was about 6 friends there.
Okay.
It was kind of who we hung out with at that time. Who my wife,
Okay.
they were really my wife's friends. And then like 2 of them were mine.
But she almost wasn't your wife, according to that story.
Right.
So
Right.
I think here's the thing. I'm a new father.
Okay.
I was in the delivery room. My daughter, fun fact, was too big, so we ended up not being able to deliver the normal way. 9 pounds 14 ounces. So
poor kid will
she
never
gets-
be able to be president.
Yeah, she gets that from her dad.
She wasn't a
So-
natural born citizen. Sorry,
That's
Dad,
the worst. We had a dad joke earlier from Mike Bauer, and his was way better than yours.
But listen, Mike, there's no competing with Mike and Victoria when it comes to jokes or pranks.
Very true. I'm gonna say that my guess is that the 3 kids that you did not deliver all 3 of your kids by yourself. That's gonna be my prediction. Just having been in those rooms and how insane it can be, I think I'm gonna say that's the untrue fact.
Okay, Jerry, what do you think?
I'm curious. Product placement.
You know, you can buy these at camp this year. $10 a piece.
Do you have the original white though?
Oh no. That's vintage, my friend.
I love it. Very special.
I'm curious, man. I am very curious. What kind of batteries did you have to place in the microphone?
Honestly, they were probably, oh man, I don't remember the brand, but I remember I did have to snag them from the downstairs sound system from those microphones. Like we went into the youth room because we had like 2 cordless mics down there. And we literally I ran down, turned them on, saw that the mics worked. I jacked the batteries out of there and then went on from there.
Pretty good story.
Maybe Duracell. I don't know.
I really think it's either that one, to be honest with you, or
so singing with IBC or
I'm having issues here.
Take a stab.
You know, just because I want somebody to be right and somebody to be wrong, I'm going to go for that one. I'm going to go for the first story. I don't think it was true.
You don't think the first story happened?
I don't think so. I think parts of it happened.
Okay.
But I don't think all of it happened.
That would be perfect for our title because it seems like it's true, but it's not technically a lie. I would enjoy that thoroughly, actually.
Okay.
So
are you ready?
Give us the reveal. What is it?
It's actually story number 2 is not completely there. The IBC thing did happen.
Wow.
It did happen, and I actually got to sing with them at Youth Congress that year. I think it was in Columbus. I got to sing with them that year in Columbus. And so it just kind of turned into a joke that Hopper was with us. The third story about me delivering all 3 of my kids, that is true.
Wow.
So what happened with that? And I won't get into details with that, but what happened?
Please don't.
Basically, so with Jackson was 45 minutes from hey, it's go time till we got in the hospital, and the doctor, my wife's doctor, was not able to get there in time. So that when there was a nurse in the room, but she couldn't technically, she's trying to get her gloves on and she's there kind of helping. And so she's like, Austin, grab the shoulder. So I reached down and grabbed the shoulder, anyway, second one, kind of the same thing. Doctor was running in at the last minute and I helped him deliver Juliana. With Jace, they didn't believe us when we said, Jace is coming, Jace is here. And I'm literally holding Jace when the nurse comes into the room and about has a panic attack. She's freaking out and I'm like, okay, hey, let's get that cart over there. Let's put Jace in the cart. Okay, get those snips. We got to cut the umbilical cord, So I did deliver all 3 of my kids in the hospital, thankfully, not having to be in a car or at home.
That is definitely a good thing. We have your name changed now to Dr. Hopper. You're clearly qualified. So,
absolutely.
I mean, down the road, we may have another one. I'll give you a call.
Definitely not. Definitely not. You can't afford me.